Welcome back, insufferable gaming fans. Your old pal Rosser here again. I've gotten lots of advice. Some of it has been good, some of it has been bad. Some of it's been on the line of, you're doing it wrong, you can't do that, so on and so forth. Some of it's been along the lines of, you're not going to find a town, give up. Well, I'm not giving up, damn it. I'll find my town. I find it. I swan to Pete. And we're going to keep going today. We're going to start in a boat, paddling off furiously from the shore, where I seem to have docked myself. Alright. Let's move out and move forth. Let's also climb this giant hill up here to see if we can spot some towns. That will be hilarious if it turns out that I was just a few feet away from a town the whole time. Though I am fairly certain this is not the case. It never works quite that well. Let's just hop up. Hopefully without getting myself super killed. Super killed being a technical term. It's like being regular killed, except a lot more frustrating. I can see an awful long way, and none of those ways indicate a town. It's like there's a big-ass cave down there, which is cool and all. And that sounded like I just had a cow huffing right in my ear. Which is not remotely pleasant. I guess it could be if you had the right mindset, but I haven't. That's a lot of misty nothing. I guess we can walk along this ridge, see if we can spot anything. Heck, we're on a journey. A mystical journey of fun discovery and bull crap like that. So we might as well take our time and enjoy it. See the vistas. But not the window vistas, because no one likes those. I'll stick to XP, or 98, or 95, or 311, thank you. Yes, I'm a crotchety old computer guy. Wow, if I fell down there, it would all be over. Hope I don't fall down there. It looks like we've come to a place where a lot of potential exists for going super splat. I best be getting down off this hill. Mountain thing. What have we here? This is geographically interesting at the very least. I suppose I can dig my way down from here. That would possibly be a little safer. Yikes. Maybe not. Well, would you look at that? It's okay. We brought a pick for a reason. Not this reason, but a reason nonetheless. Well, if I'm gonna do things the slow way, I might as well have fun with it. And by fun, I mean break both of my kneecaps. With an ill-advised fall. Moving right along. And we are moving right along. That's the way to do it. Just keep moving. keep moving, hope for the best. Hope we don't get ambushed, killed, or otherwise mutilated by things. Hey, there's a thing now. Screw you, Mr. Zombie. There is nothing to be gained by going down there. Except for resources and cash prizes. I should totally do it. But I'm not gonna. Focus on the mission, Rosser. Focus on the mission. There will be time for mining later. It's an OCD nightmare. If you're the kind of person that has to collect everything and explore every nook and cranny, this is most definitely pissing you off right now. And for that, I apologize. But look at what great time we're making. And what interesting things we're finding. Wow. This would be an awesome place to start a stronghold. If there were people here, which there aren't. Let's see, how are my supplies looking? Got lots of raw beef and raw pork chops, so I probably don't need to slaughter this particular native population. I don't really need to go in there either. I suppose I could look briefly. Oh, this is weird. Weird little area. Now this reminds me of a local landmark we have here in Virginia. Natural Bridge. About 12 years ago, there was an article in the news where a natural bridge, a piece of rock, a boulder, about 8 tons, or 1,600 pounds, maybe more, fell 800 feet from the top of the natural bridge and landed on a little old lady. I'm sure it was very horrifying to the relatives and whatnot, but I just couldn't stop laughing, because I'm a horrible person, and I imagined what must have been going through her head at the time. And what was going through her head at the time was probably a huge-ass rock. Wow, look at this place. Look at it. Just freaking look at it. I don't like it. Not one bit. Piss off. You too. Now I am intrigued. Nothing good will come of any of this. Not a thing. This will end my life, I'm sure. They should be taking that Enderman out and getting the pearls. No. Don't do it. Just say NARP. NERP, 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 NERP. There will be time for that later as well. So many protocols and habits that when you're working with something that you can get killed and set you back super far, you just want to make sure you don't mess with it. Speaking of messing, let's just move on. We're about to have ourselves another horrible night with a curse. So let's spend it a boating a boot. Ah. Apparently the boat does not stand up well to lily pads. Fair enough, fair enough. That's fine, I didn't really want to take a boat through here anyway. I totally wanted to spend the night in a horrible, deadly jungle full of traps and misery and deep darkness, wherein I could be killed at the drop of a hat. Wow. This is awesome. I thought everything was on fire, but I couldn't imagine a scenario where that was the case. But sure enough, here it is. I got near that lava and it set the jungle on fire. Now we get a rare opportunity to watch a natural burn. Plus it will provide us with light throughout the evening. Oh God, it's glorious. If we can watch this jungle burn to the ground, if there's a village somewhere in here, we'll find it in no time. We may want to stay near the water, though, just in case. Just in case. I was told that at some point they actually nerfed fire, so I'm not sure exactly how much they nerfed it. But I'm willing to take a look and find out. This is interesting. Setting a jungle on fire to find things hidden within is a very valid tactic. It's called slash and burn, and burn and burn, and burn and burn, and burn some more. The pyro in me is intrigued. These huge, wide trees do seem to take an awful long time to finish burning, though. I apologize for the slowness of what's going on here, but damn it, it's not every day you get to see a forest fire that I didn't cause myself. You know what? I should make a flint and steel. I could expedite this process. The progress of this process. I don't really have a lot of spare room, but I can toss a few things, I'm sure. Flint and steel. This doesn't seem to be working. Maybe they changed the recipe, or maybe I've screwed something up. Or maybe I've got it upside down. That was it. I had it upside down. Alright, cool. What the hell is killing those squids? Curiouser and curiouser. But that's not my problem. What I want to do is experiment. I hear a spider. Experiment with the power of burning. Ah! Too much burning! Too much burning! Ah. Okay. Let's try this again. Awesome. Let's start fires everywhere. You know, we've been working so hard that having a little bit of fun just seems like it's only fair. Let's not get ourselves stuck in the forest while it's burning, though. That would be most unfortunate. Yeah, it's spreading nicely now. Come forth, zombie. I don't like your odds. I don't like your face. I don't like my aim. It's not so good. The hell? Ah! Get in the water, get in the water! Get up. Well, I almost managed to get myself super killed there. Son of a bitch! There's still time to get myself super killed here. This is what I get for dicking around too much. I have no idea where I am, and I can't see where I'm going. Apparently there's quite a cavern down there. Which I'm sure would be very interesting to explore some other time. But for now, we have a mission we're on. It's not a very good mission. It's not a very noble mission. But a mission's a mission. Arson. Just call me Arson Lupin. Yeehaw. Pin feathers and downy fluff. You'll not escape me, tree. Your weedy ways have not pulled on my heartstrings in the least. I know your evil manners. Also, I hate nature. Nothing good ever came out of nature. Nature would kill you in a heartbeat if it had its druthers. But I'm here to even the odds. With the flames of Rostribution. That's not a real word, but sue me. Okay, we're going to need to cook some meat. Presumably, we could just hold it over all of these open flames. But no, we can't. Go figure. Sorry, chicken, you're in the wrong place. So are you, my tree guys. Tree guys. Tries. Wow, I wasted all night with this. It's okay, it's worth it. We're having fun. And by we, of course, I mean me. Let's see, what can I ditch for that? That'll work. Really? Well played, my zombiferous friend. Alright, let's go ahead and cook some stuff. We got a ton of raw beef. Might as well get that a-cooking. And while we're here, just to save time and energy, we can prime this one as well and cook some of that stuff. You know, this fire was not nearly as impressive as I had hoped. It just doesn't seem to be catching. I guess they really did nerf it. I expected a forest fire of truly epic proportions, What I got was a localized blaze. Well, that was the most disturbing goddamn thing I've ever heard. That was bloody horrifying. Yeah. Creepy. Was that the damn Enderman from back in that cave? Did it follow me all the way here? Only to die in the light of the sun rather than get close to the blaze of the forest fire? I do not know. I may have some trouble sleeping after that, though. Yeesh and yikes. Yes, fire has been nerfed horribly. Time was, this whole place would have burnt to the ground. And I would not have had to trek through the jungle at that point. I would have been able to just walk through the charred remains. Like, for instance, the time I burned down everything on Terra Magnifica to make room for my own developments. Those were good times. Not so much pesky forest crap going on. Oh well, can't win them all. It was, at the very least, good information to have. I suppose we could cook the pork chops as well, but we'll worry about all that later. For now, let's have breakfast steak. Because why not? Well, it's probably about 10 a.m., but that's okay. That's when I usually have lunch, and by lunch I mean breakfast. Because I have lunch for breakfast. Screw that breakfast for dinner or breakfast for lunch crap. I don't want waffles late in the evening. I want steak and beer first thing in the morning. Or pizza. A nice hot pizza for breakfast. That's what I'm talking about. Well, now that fire's failed me, I guess we're back to normal methods. Suppose I could climb one of these here trees. See if I can find anything remotely resembling a town, which in the forest is not super likely. At least I've managed to make myself some high ground, assuming I don't fall off. Crummy jungle that's flora and fauna. Look at me, I'm necessary for oxygen production. I'm so cool. Everybody loves me. I'm full of cute cuddly plants that'll kill you and strangle you with the drop of a hat. Okay, desert. That's more my speed. You can see for miles in the desert. And so we shall. I'm not seeing anything helpful, though. There are cacti, though. Gotta love cacti. If you just joined us, we've been looking for a town. Pretty much forever. To reiterate, I've had several worlds where I found 1 or even 2 towns within the first several minutes. So far in this one, I found nothing. The name of this world, Theodore freaking Roosevelt. Which means that things will be harsh. But very much worth it. Because Teddy freaking Roosevelt rewards hard work. I seem to have lost sight of the sun. There may be inclement weather afoot. Let's just keep moving and think nothing of it. That's an oddly shaped sand dune. Very odd indeed. What have we here? Okay, I'm intrigued, I'll admit. We may need to just go ahead and dig into this and take a look. Assuming we can get away from all of this sand. This could be a red herring. Which in all honesty is looking quite likely. I should not be digging up in here. That can only end in tragedy. Because that could happen. Something tells me this may have been a slight waste of time and resources. Just a hunch. Ah! I got bashed in the head with sand. Bashed in the head with sand. The Ross Lane story. Starring Brian Dennehy. Also starring Don Knotts. This was a phenomenal waste of time. Why am I still doing this? Why? Because I fully intend to come out on the other side. Or an other side. Lovely. Yep. Wow, look at that block of ore go. That stopped it. Okay. No town. Just a bunch more nothing. What about over here? I hear the rains a-comin'. And I ain't talking about the things you put on horses. Ah, yes, this should wipe off some of that sand. Just rinse it right on down. I'm getting sloppy. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. And that could be a problem. It almost certainly will at some point. I should not be so cavalier about things. I'm about to spend another night out in the wilderness, fighting off God knows what kind of hideous monsters. And who needs that again? These creepers sure do seem to explode at the drop of a hat lately. I don't know what's up with that. I also don't know what's up with where the hell I was headed. I have completely lost track of where I was going. Which means I need to wait until this inclement weather has cleared itself up. Which means, again, it is time for a zombie. Zombie to the face. Chaos. Let's just quickly effect a shelter. I don't care if it's fancy. I don't care if it's nice. Just as long as it keeps things out. Again, including inclement weather. Scan the horizon for monsters. Plus, we can also use up some of this crap we've accumulated. Like smooth sandstone and regular sandstone. Or mostly smooth sandstone. Why hang on to it? It's eating up inventory space. That'll be enough layers to keep myself safe and put a bed in. Indeed, indeed. Plus, we might just want to go ahead and start a base of operations on the off chance that we're stuck here a while. If you have OCD and you need for shelters to be pretty, I apologize, because this will most certainly tick you off. And down I go. Okay. Let's stick a bed in here. Like so. We can go ahead and do a workbench and some furnace, because while we're here we might as well get some work done. For instance, we can cook some of this meat. Yes, excellent. And we could make a bowl for mushroom stew. Wait. Yep, I've got brown mushrooms. This will mean that we've got some really good food. But we only want to make one at a time because they don't stack. But they refill a lot of food bars. Okay, now let's just sleep here. Ass kicking. Now, it should be daytime. It is. But we have to leave this bed here, or else we won't respawn there, as everyone was so kind to point out. So, for now, what we'll do is we'll wait for this food to cook, we'll leave the bed, and then we'll start finding a town again. I am not giving up my mad quest, no matter what everyone says. This is your old pal Rosser. Take a drink.